Good afternoon, everyone. It's the 14th, the 14th day of the Golden Quill Month, and I hope you are having a wonderful creative month. For me, it's going pretty okay. I'm relatively satisfied with results up until now, so that's a good thing. And I have to say, streaming almost every day, with doing one creative session of 60 minutes, it's relatively doable. I really need time to decompress afterwards, and I really need to take my rests afterwards and before, but it's sort of doable. You may have noticed in the streams that by the end, my brain is not really completely cooperating anymore, so forming words starts to get hard and things like that. But you know, that's okay. That's fine. That's all part of the new me. So I'm pretty used to it by now. So let's look at what we're doing today. Oh, before I forget, for those who are watching and who don't know me, my name is Ilse. I am a magic-wielding dragon companion and a creator of worlds. And the world I have created for the story that I'm currently writing is Tergaenae. Hold on, let me quickly check, because I see an error popping up and I don't like that. I just hope that things are still... These are always things that I hate. Let's see. Okay. On one computer I'm not live, and on the other I am. Do we also have sound? Do I have sound? Oh, it would help if I turn up the volume on my other computer. Okay, perfect. So I have sound. Live stream is working, even though the studio says it's not working. I'll just deal with it. That's sometimes the weird things, the weird issues you run into when you are streaming. Anyways, what I wanted to say, let me check. Sometimes it's weird, and you know what? I don't mind. That's all part of life. Today I am going to work again in the short story Go Fly that centers around Nejat and his two stepbrothers, Seamys and Finlay. And yes, Seamys is not written like it used to be written, or like it's normally written in, I think, Irish. I dropped the U for a Y because I kept writing it wrong. So it's Seamys instead of Seamus. So yeah, that's a very intentional error, if you will. So for me, it's not an error anymore. It's literally the change in name that I chose. So Go Fly centers around Nejat and Seamys and Finlay. And it's about a certain event that happens about 10 years before the main series starts. And this is very important for these three brothers. What it is? You will have to wait for that until I have released the short story through my newsletter, because that is coming up at some point in the future. I decided to wait with the newsletter until... Oh yeah, you see, these things also happen. I really made a mess of this cord. So while I talk about it, while I talk about the newsletter, I'll try to fix this cord. I decided to publish the newsletter later when I have written this story as well, so that I won't be distracted by also wanting to give you guys the story and not having written it and not having finished it. So yeah, things like that. So that's something that you will see from me in the future. And in the meantime, I will just keep you all posted here about everything that's going on with Tergaenae and with my story and other things. Is this? Yeah, it's still working. My apologies. So yeah, I will keep you posted here. And starting next year, I will also be doing. I'm close, right? Close. Starting next year, I will also be doing some small videos that are initially only for members. Through my shop, not a chop. I can't have members here yet on YouTube. That's something for the future. But I will be having, I have the option to become a member on my shop. But first, before we get into that, let me give you the Discord link for everyone who would like to participate, get feedback, have a sparring partner, things like that. And that's the link. So starting next year, I will do these special videos. Well, they're not special. I will release them a few days before. I will release them to the members of my shop a few days before the general public gets to see them. So that starts next year. And I will tell you all more about it in the coming weeks, and also how you can become a member. So for now, what? Oh, right. Several weeks ago, I told you guys about the fact that that a friend of mine, let me rephrase that. Several weeks ago, I told you that I had asked a friend of mine to make artwork. One specific artwork that's for the Flutter Nymph, and my friend's currently working on that. So I hope to be able to show you guys that in a few weeks, maybe. I will show you some work in progress, but I'm not sure about it. If there are, maybe we come up with 2 or 3 variants from which I will choose from which the final version has to be chosen, and maybe I will let you guys choose or give a say in that. But it all depends on how the process goes. So anyways, I hope to be able to show you the Flutter Nymph well, I think it will be sometime in the beginning, in the first half of December. So let's hope that that all goes well. And that's about it for the news for today. So let's dive into our creative session of 60 minutes, and I wish you all a lot of fun. Oh, my apologies, I just moved the chair around. I wish you all a lot of fun and a lot of creativity, and let me know in the chat or in the comments how you guys are doing. If you have any questions or you would like some advice or on something, feel free to ask, and if possible, I will answer your questions. And you can also always join our Discord. The link is below. To get feedback. So naturally, when you want things to work, things don't always work as planned. I mean, sometimes. No idea why, but okay. Let's try it again. Okay, I want to test something out, so I'm going to put the link to the Discord in the chat again. Okay. That's weird. Something's not working. Okay, I can't highlight chat messages, so if there's something, I will just read it out, and that's it. Because for some reason, the thing that the plugin that I should be able to use is not working. Sometimes streaming doesn't go as smoothly as you planned, just like the writing process. You know, sometimes it goes perfectly smooth and everything goes just as planned and just as you had in mind. And sometimes, yeah, things just don't want to cooperate. Your characters are doing something completely different, and they will hate another character instead of becoming friends with them. They will be somewhere completely different than what you agreed upon in the beginning. Or they will have a completely different profession than what you agreed upon in the beginning. Yeah, I've had all those situations happening. And sometimes I just went with the flow and looked where it would take me. And sometimes I would just have a really intensive sit down with that character, and then oftentimes they would eventually agree with me. So yeah, it's the writing process, people, and that's just all part of it. And the same goes for streaming. Sometimes things do not go the way you planned, and well, yeah, that can be slightly annoying. But oh well. Yeah, this does not work. No idea why. I'll solve that in the future. For now, I wish you all a lot of fun, a lot of creativity, and let's start writing. And let me just... Yeah. There we go. Let's start the timer. There we go. Perfect. Have fun. that is the end of our... No, that's the end of our creative session. How did it go for you guys? I have to say, I had to fix a few things. It seems I always do that. And I wrote a pretty good piece. I'm close to ending this chapter, so I will continue afterwards, but not now, and not during the stream. I may continue at a later time, when my brain is cooperating again. So let me check in with you guys. It's Tish. Tish joined us. Good morning, just dropping by to say hello. I'm not feeling well today, so I'm going to do some self-care, and a little later wishing you a good evening my time. Tish, I hope that you will recover soon and that your self-care is very effective. I wish you all the best. I mean, it's not, it's never good if you're not feeling well. Oh, and guys, be sure to check out Tish's live YouTube channel as well. She does live streams daily, and she also regularly makes videos about journaling and such, and her writing process. So be sure to check out her channel. Right now it is 15 minutes till 3, and let me check, because I think another author is going to stream soon, so let me check that for you guys. In the meantime, I totally forgot to tell you guys something. I have been wondering about what I should use as a name for a certain group. I think I talked about that group already. Yeah, I talked about it. The Council of Justice, or the Justice Council, or another name. I wasn't too sure about it. It just didn't quite feel right. So I posted about that in our Discord, and indeed I wasn't right. And Dida and Abby helped me greatly finding a new name. Dida just pinpointed exactly what was wrong, because the names I came up with were just too mundane for this particular group. Because if you have missed it, this particular group has 4 members. Well, the local group, the continental group, has 4 members, and the Tergaenae group, which is worldwide, has 8 members, and they represent 4 folk. Let me put it that way. So it's the dragons, it's the flutter nymph, the small folk, and the lost children, the children who lost their lives early on due to circumstances. They are represented in that group as well. And this particular group, they can give the ultimate justice, as it is called. The justice that the deities will exact. And the deities basically use these members as their speakers. And Abby had Dida came up with the fact that the names sounded more mundane, and she felt it was supposed to be divine. So I was looking for something for that, and then Abby came up with the perfect name, which is the Divine Speakers, and that fits exactly with what these people can do, because the deities will exact their justice through these members, and they will use the powers of these members and they will, in a way, speak through these members. They will not take over the body, but in a sort of vision, but yeah, in a sort of way, you could see it as a vision, but happening in real time. I mean, it's not a vision before before they tell what is happening. They will tell what's going on. So that may have sounded a bit confusing. While the deities are giving their vision to the members will tell the ones who are listening, including the one who needs to get the justice, what the deities have decided. And then they will act upon it. So they are truly the speakers of the deities in this case. So the divine speakers was actually a perfect name. So with a lot of thanks to Dida and Abby, I now have named this group. So I'm very happy with that. And it's you know, it's not always easy to find the perfect how shall I say that? To find the perfect name for an organization or for a people folk. So you really have to think about that. Sometimes you can use conlanging, constructed languages. Sometimes you can also look for a particular name in a completely different language or culture, so that and adjust it to your my apologies and adjust it to your own culture, to your own world. And sometimes you just ask your fellow writers, your fellow authors, and they can come up with awesome names. And yeah, that's the beauty of having fellow authors as sparring partners, like we have in our fantasy Discord, because we can help each other, and that's really important. I mean, sometimes people see other authors as competition, but we're not. I mean, we all write books, and there are many more readers than books, or than authors, and they will read so many books. And sure, you have readers who will stick to one specific genre, like fantasy, or even a subgenre like high fantasy or urban fantasy. And you will have people who read all kinds of genres. For example, I read high fantasy. I won't read horror because that's really not my cup of tea. Well, I have to be honest, I've read the books from Buffy the Vampire Slayer, you know, the TV series from decades ago, that one. Yeah, I read books of that series. That was, I mean, I think back then it was stated as being horror, but it's not horror, it's urban fantasy, and that's, or at least in my opinion, let me put it that way. And but I will never read books, for example, from Stephen King, like It or things like that, because those books just creep me out. I remember I watched, I think it was It was on the North Pole, or I think the North Pole, and the people there were followed by something sinister, and they were killed off one by one. That's what I vaguely remember. And I watched that as a teenager. we were on a sleepover and the parents were out. And we thought as teenagers, you know what, we're gonna watch that movie. Yeah, I don't think we watched that movie anymore afterwards. We were all quite scared. So yeah, that's not a genre that attracts me. Let me put it that way. But for example, I'll read romance. I also have biographies in my bookcases. I have I have all kinds of historical novels as well. I have some sci-fi novels like The Expanse. I don't have a lot of sci-fi novels, but I do have a few. So that's something to keep in mind, that a reader reads a lot. So today a reader might read your book, and tomorrow a reader might read my book when it's published, when I've published it. And Sunday a reader might read Tish's Cozy Mystery, Not Before You Enter, for example. So those things may be completely different genres, but it doesn't mean that we have to compete for readers, because we don't. And we can just actually really help each other during the writing process, with feedback on ideas, with feedback on names, and loads more. So find your writing group, find your writing community. I want to say, not writing group, writing community. Feel free to join our Discord. The link is in the chat and is in the description box below, so feel free to do that. It's important that you find a community where you really feel at home, because that community can help you grow. That community can help you pass hurdles. It can get you out of a writing block. I mean, it's incredible what a writing community can do for you. And they can also, if the community shares that information, also help you with publishing and things like that. There are also specialized communities about indie publishing, for example. So that's possible as well. So you don't need to be limited to one community. It's so awesome when we can help each other instead of seeing each other as competition, because we're simply not. We all write, and hopefully our books get published, or we self-publish our books, and that works amazingly for everybody. So yeah, that's the tip I wanted to give you guys for today. So right now, I'm going to check another author, Shannon Huston, because I think she is going to stream today, but I'm not 100% sure. So let me check that for you. Yep, she's going to stream in a few minutes. Oh, that's the wrong one. Hold it. I thought she was streaming today as well. Oh, no, she's not streaming today. She is streaming tomorrow. Let me give you the link for her stream. This is a very long stream. She is going to stream for a whopping 12 hours. So be sure to check it out and join her whenever you can tomorrow. I promise you won't be disappointed. It's great to share her to be in our live stream. So I wish you all a wonderful Friday. And Tish, if you're still watching, I hope you recover soon. And hopefully I can check you tomorrow again. Let me check. Let me do a quick check. Did you plan a live stream for tomorrow? I think you did. You normally do. I just want to make sure that I get the correct link. Yep, here we go. And yes, here we go. And this is the link for Tish's live stream tomorrow. So I wish you guys a wonderful afternoon, evening, morning, whatever your time zone is. And I hope to see you tomorrow again. I will be streaming. Oh, let me check. I think I planned it at the same time as today. You know, sometimes I just forget what I planned. Yep. Tomorrow it's the same time as today. Sunday I will be streaming at 7 p.m. Central European time, so that is in about 4 hours compared to now, because I have other plans during the day. So I hope to see you all tomorrow again. For now, I wish you a wonderful Friday and a very creative Friday and Saturday morning. Bye bye.